I'm going to start a new video series. I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but I'm somewhat prone to start a video series and then it'll just be like one video. But what I do is I think of a kind of video. If I make more than one of that kind, then it'll be a series. So this is an introduction to the series and what it's about. I'm going to call it Word and Concept. It doesn't have particularly parsable meaning, a little bit poetic. I kind of like the fact that we think of concepts in words sometimes, so I thought, well, the word is in the concept as well. Really, don't put too much stock in the title. The idea is I'll choose a word and then I'll go through it and we'll discuss the word. Now, to me, the interesting things about words, this kind of analysis, are going to be the following. One, we're going to look at any idiomatic uh, meanings in any of the word forms, right? So that a regular understanding of a word has to do with the regularity of the word as concept. So, for example, you know, swam. Okay, we call that irregular. The spelling, whatever. But the concept, I swam, he swam, we swam across the river, the rest of it. Uh, those meanings, the only difference is that your position is defined differently in time, for example, the tense of the verb. Okay, not all words are like that. Some words, those meanings, those different forms take on different intonations, different emotional intonations. And the word that I'm going to cover is one such word. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at why different tenses might have meanings that go beyond the regular differences. Another thing is anybody, any of you that write dictionaries for a living know that use defines meaning. And this is a reaction to a previous concept that the real meaning was in the etymology, which itself came, I think, from a tendency, the worship of Latin. For example, you know why you can't split infinitives? You know why that rule was you can't to boldly go, you know? It was because in Latin you can't split infinitives. They're one word. And so I think there was a reaction to um, this historical element. And it's like, well, let's just separate etymology out. Not that we can't study it, but let's not say that people have to use that. And I'm kind of very much fine with that for dictionary writers. So for example, I mean, the main meaning of to beg a question is not the circular reasoning it's supposed to mean. It means requires a subsequent question, inspires me to ask the following question. That's how people use it, at least in the US. All right. However, with word and concept, we're talking philosophy. This is philosophy. And philosophy is thousands of years of conversation. So the etymology becomes a part of the definition. The history of a word is a part of what you're studying because you're studying a concept and its evolution defines its anatomy. You have to look at the etymology. So I'll choose a word. I'll look at the various forms. I'll look at the etymology, and we'll see how that word sits with us afterwards. I used the royal we a lot there, but tough shit. Okay, cheers.